Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Okay, so before I get into today's video, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. I want you to place your hands over your heart. Take your attention out of your mind for just a little while and put it in your body. Feel your heart beating. Feel your breath. In and out. You don't have to change your breath, just focus on how you're normally breathing right now. Feel your heartbeat. Look at that. Just for a moment, there were no problems. I want to remind you that you don't have a life. You are life. Right? You are life. You are the universe experiencing itself. You are God experiencing itself, right, in a human body for a little while. You are life. Right? You're as amazing and miraculous as it gets. And sometimes, a lot of times, when we are caught in the mind stuff of this problem and that problem and this problem and that problem, and what if this happens and then I have to do this, especially when we're trying to manifest something or somebody, right? And we're just like, oh, what am I doing this wrong? And we're just like so caught up in the mind that all we're focusing on really is problems, really, okay? So I have some readings here, a reading from the book, The Power of Now, and it's going to help you tremendously. He says, forget about your life situation for a while and pay attention to your life. Okay. He says, what is the difference? Your life situation exists in time, right? In some future moment, in something that happened in the past, or that's kind of responsible for what's going on right now in your mind, right? And then we got to get something in the future, and for it to feel safe, and what if this happens? Just like I was talking about. He says, so your life situation exists in time, in the mind, right? Psychological time. Your life is now. Your life situation is mind stuff. Your life is real. Find the narrow gate that leads to life. It's called the now. Narrow your life down to this moment. Your life situation may be full of problems. Most life situations are. But find out if you have any problems at this moment. Not tomorrow or in 10 minutes, but now. Do you have a problem now? When you are full of problems, there is no room for anything new to enter, no room for a solution. So whenever you can make some room, create some space so that you find the life underneath your life situation. I can't explain to you guys how much this book has helped me. I know that, we all want our stuff. I remember even reading this book and being scared of the present moment, because I was like, no, what if I don't get my stuff? What if I don't get my person? What if I don't like I need to be focused on that and obsessing over that, because I need to affirm, I need to do all these stuff, right? And I agree with him on this. When you are full of problems, there is no room for anything new to enter your life. Like, it is such an illusion to live solely in psychological time and obsession over some future moment, and to get ourselves riled up and worried and fear and doubt, right? From all believing mind stuff, believing thoughts, believing something. What if this happens? What if this, right? And really, we need to create some space. We need to get ourselves stable, right? Like I talk about this a lot. We need to bring it back to us for a second and just and regroup, right? And stop focusing so much on the life situation, and recognize the power of this moment right here, right now, the safety and love and fullness right here, right now. Because then when we do that, we can actually create some space for some new stuff that we want to experience, some new stuff to actually realize, right? He said, use your senses fully. Be where you are. Look around. Just look. Don't interpret. Just look around. Don't judge, label anything. Just look around. Like if you find yourself getting mixed up in the mind, just stop for a second and look around. Take a breath. Look at the colors. Okay, he says, see the lights, shape, or the light, shapes, colors, texture. Be aware of the silent presence of each thing. Be aware of the space that allows everything to be. Listen to the sounds. Don't judge them. Listen to the silence underneath the sounds. Touch something, anything, and feel and acknowledge it being. Observe the rhythm of your breathing. Feel the air flowing in and out. Feel the life energy inside of your body. Allow everything to be, within and without. Allow the isness of all things. Move deeply into the now. You are leaving behind the deadening world of mental abstraction of time. You are getting out of the insane mind that is draining you of life energy, just as it is slowly poisoning and destroying the earth. You are awakening out of the dream of time into the present. Man, I cannot explain how much being aware of the present moment, bringing attention back into my body, saying just a thought, that's just a thought, right? It's just a life situation. It's all changeable. All of it, right? But how's it going to change, and how are you going to stabilize if you're focused on the problem all the time? A life situation problem that you've deemed a problem in the mind, right? And I love how he said, just bring it back to right now. Do you have a problem right now? Not 5 minutes from now, not 10 minutes from now, not tomorrow, not what if this happens next month. Right here, right now, do you have a problem? The answer is no. You just don't. Even if you think that you do, it's something that you have projected and started to fear and worry. But right here, right now, in the isness of this moment, there is no problem. I mean, unless you have an actual bear chasing you, right? But even then, you wouldn't be trying to manifest the bear not being behind you. You would act in the moment, and you'd be fully present, and you would handle it. So the idea here, my people, is to stop obsessing, is to stop living so much in psychological time that that it's poisoning your life and your state of being, and creating a bunch of unwanted things, and just mainly just living in fear, right? It's the life situation, right? And I love how he said that, like, everyone's life is full of certain situations that could be problematic, right? Yeah. But if we're constantly focusing on them, but it's only problematic in the mind, really. And if we're constantly focusing on it, like, oh, what if this happens? Oh my God, if this happens, then I got to do this. And like, this person may leave, and what if I lose the job? All this, and it's all just problems in the mind of projection of some future moment, or regret about some past moment that you were literally doing in the now, and really getting your state of being out of a place of stability and peace and love, right? And if we know that state of being creates reality, why would we not want to be in a state of being of stability, peace, and love, and to experience the stability, peace, and love in the external? We can easily do this by not believing every thought that we get, and really realizing that, like, okay, this situation that I keep thinking about in my head is not happening right now. And then to really realize this, that it's not happening right now. That it's mind stuff, and you're believing it. And all you have to do is back up for a second, create some space between you and this identity that's just completely obsessed with past and future, the egoic mind, and bring it into the now. Take a breath. Feel the life that you are, because you are life. You don't have one. You have situations, but you actually are life. That's as big as it gets. And then to bring some awareness back into the body, and put your hand over your heart if you need to, and feel your heartbeat, and realize that, man, this thing, like, I'm alive. I am life. And then really ask yourself that question, like, well, do I want to be focused on problems all the time? Or can I live fully right here, right now, where I actually exist? And then from this place of stability, you will start to create some space from all this nonsense, and then you can start living like stable and actually starting to call for some experiences that you actually want to have, instead of being so fearful and worrisome, trying to manipulate the outside all the time. What if this happens? What is this person doing? Oh, what did that mean? Like it's chaos, and you're doing it all from an internal place. No matter what you're focused on the outside, your meaning that you're giving it, the whether it be positive, negative, all the stuff that you're assigning to these circumstances, you're doing it internally. You're doing it internally and causing yourself to be in a chaotic state of being, which is going to reinforce the chaos in the external. We are source. We want to bring as much stability, as much peace, as much love as we possibly can, right? Because I mean, that's just going to be in our favor. We're going to live lightly and experience things more lightly, more loving, and more stable. But it's actually who you are. It does not mean that you can't get your things. It's, like I've said before, it's actually quite the opposite. If state of being is king, why would you not want to return to of what you actually are? Get out of the mind for a little while, and all the worry and the chaos and the psychological time of what if this happens, in the future this may happen, and I need this person, and I need this and that, and just bring it back to safety, to what you actually are in the now moment. Look around without labeling everything. Just appreciate the fullness right here, right now. Get yourself stable. Live here. You get a thought, oh, that's just a thought. See a circumstance, oh, that's just a reflection from an old state of being. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to look too much into. I'm stable and safe and loved now. And then you're going to start seeing the external reflecting. It's a law. But you need to be worried about your state of consciousness, your state of being. That's it. Everything is a reflection of this state of being, of this state of consciousness. That's it. You don't need to worry too much about the life situation and projecting fear and insecurity and everything onto everyone and just chaining your experience. You need to bring it back to you in the now, right now, and get safe and stable. If you focus on this and you don't believe every thought that you get, and you can actually just be here right now, appreciate the life that you actually are, because you are life, you're going to find stability. And then you can actually start saying, oh, actually, I want to experience this. I want to experience this from a place of power. But it's really place of power. Not fighting anything, not resisting anything, just knowing that you are safe and knowing that who you are, knowing you are God right here, right now. And then from there you can say, oh, actually, I want to experience this. Oh, actually, I would like to do this. From a place of fullness, a place of wholeness, because that's what you are. You don't feel whole and don't feel full and safe because you're identified with every thought that you get, and you're lost in some future realm when all that exists is now. So we want to use our mind to create things, not to suffer. And the only way that we don't suffer is if we don't identify with it. So bring it back to who you are. Create some space between you and this little identity that you've been playing that identifies the mind all the time. Create some space and start building anew. Okay? Love you guys. See you soon.